what's driving you these days, Eric? Like you talked about, you've kind of got perspective on money, you've got perspective on where you are in terms of happiness. What's driving you forward as you approach 70?
Learning mostly. Just recently, it was as of yesterday actually. Justin Barrasso, Sports Illustrated, posted a story about me getting involved with Conrad Thompson and his mortgage business. I've actually
Okay.
been doing it for about 3 years, but it's been kind of under the radar. I really enjoy that. I make money doing it, so that's good, because I'm just like everybody else. I still need money. It's not like I'm independently wealthy. I'm not sitting here in Wyoming with the mailbox money showing up once a week and I don't have to worry. I got bills to pay like everybody else.
Yeah.
But I'm fortunate that I have the ability and the freedom to work with who I want, when I want, where I want, how I want. That to me is life. That's
Yeah.
winning in life. And I may not have as much of some things as I used to, but I have more freedom than I've ever had. But I enjoy working in the mortgage business with Conrad because I've learned, first of all, I've learned a lot. And it's an aspect of life that I've taken out mortgages and paid them and all that, but I really didn't understand how the process worked.
Mm.
Once you learn how the process works and learn how to create opportunities for people to better take advantage of those opportunities, it's a fun job and you make people's lives better.
Yeah.
They're having a great time. They're saving money or they're getting a dream home or something a goal they're trying to achieve. They're having fun because they're talking to the guy that they used to watch on wrestling
Yeah.
who's helping them save money. And I'm feeling good about it because I'm sitting in my office right down the hill from my house. It's on my property. I can go out there in my robe, spend all day working, making a lot of money, making people happy, and I don't even have to get out of my pajamas. I kind of
Wow.
like that.
I love that. I love that.
That's the work part. The life part of it, I do that for fun. And I do that because, like I said, I need to do it. I'm going to pay bills. But I also want to set my kids up as best I can. I figure I've got another 20 solid years of being productive financially, 15 if I choose, probably 20. Because I don't know, once you stop working, like what the
Yeah.
hell?
Yeah.
Well, I've seen a lot of people that have worked really hard, made a lot of money, and their whole thing is, oh, I can't wait to retire. And they retire and they turn into alcoholics or they get miserable and end up
Mm.
getting divorced after being married for 30 years. It's silliness. But I think you have to do something meaningful in your life. And I plan on working for the next 15, 20 years and being able to provide security for my kids and my grandson. Obviously, my wife, who's clearly going to outlive me. That's really important to me. And the other aspect of that that's fun, like that sounds like a lot of pressure, doesn't it? Like I got 20 years, I got to make enough money and I got to set my
Yeah.
kids up. And, you know, I'm talking about working until I'm like 90. And I've already got a plan to do it, by the way. I know what I know what I'm going
I
to be
don't, I
doing.
don't, I don't doubt it for a second, Eric.
I do. I do. You will be hearing, reading, and seeing me when I'm 85 years old. I got to figure it out.
I look forward to it.
Between now and then, another big aspect of that is staying healthy because I can't make any of that happen if I'm not healthy. If my mind is not operating at 110% peak performance, if I'm not as creative as I need to be, if I'm not as insightful as I need to be, if my intuition and my instincts become dull, that's going to make my goal that much harder as far as my
Mm.
family. So I'm focusing on that. And nutrition is a rabbit hole. My wife's been in that rabbit hole for 30 years, has studied extensively. I'm just kind of within the last 5 or 6 years really gotten into it. It's now become a passion for me. It's beyond just, okay, what do I need to do to be healthy? I'm deep. I am deep because there's so much new information within the last 7 to 8 years. You look at technology, everybody goes, oh, AI this and robot cars. And, technology is blowing up faster than any of us can even comprehend. But what we're not recognizing or comprehending is how all of that research has opened up an entire universe of new, relevant, critical information as it relates to nutrition.
Mm.
And I am a firm believer. I mean, I'm doing it. I'm weight training. I'm I have a diet that most people would go, oh, I don't know if I could do that. I love I don't even call it diet. It's just the way I eat. I do a 5-day water fast 5 times a year.
Wow.
5 times a year, not once a year. Not I did it once 5 years ago. I do them well once a quarter for sure. Once a quarter for sure. Usually because around the holidays when I end up imbibing in food and drink that's a little outside of my
Mm.
normal scope, I feel a need to fast for 5 days, so I squeeze an extra one in. But that has become a passion. Working out at 69 years old, 69 and a half, whatever. I'm loving going to the gym and working out hard, intensely, not a little bit. And I've never worked out before like that. I've never
Yeah.
been a weight guy. I like to run, did martial arts. I'd fight for hours, a day sometimes, training. But I never really liked weights. I'm in love with it now. It's fascinating. And it's another rabbit hole I can go down as it relates to nutrition. But overall, you step back, the macro view is I'm going to make sure I'm around for at least 20 years actively, not only being a part of my grandson's life and providing for him financially as best I can, but just those moments in between, man. I don't want to be sitting on a chair watching my grandson play. I want to be playing with my grandson.
Yeah.
So that's my thing.
You and DDP are going to outlive us all, I think.
Maybe. Oh my God, what a thought. What if he and I are the only last two people on Earth?
You'll rebuild
That means I
civilization.
got to listen to him talk. He's the only one I could talk to. Have you ever spent an hour around DDP?
I have. That guy can talk. It's a pleasure, but yeah.
Oh my God. I'm just kidding. I love him to death. He's the best.
He's got me into DDP yoga now. Thank heavens. The time had come, and it's one of the best things I've ever done. Amazing. I understand the hype now.
I'm gonna again. I'm really, really spending probably 2 hours a day, 5-6 days a week training, and I know at some point in time I'm gonna have to give DDP yoga a try. But because I've spent years with him in my ear about wrestling.
Yeah.
He lived right down the street from me, for God's sake. I couldn't get away. I think, oh my God, I got off the phone, I hang up the phone, I'm done listening to DDP talk about wrestling. And about an hour later, it's like, hey, bro, come on out. Let's have a beer. I got an idea. Oh!